Meet the crew. Dubem, the guy with a smile so bright, you think he's selling toothpaste on the side. He's the team's IT genius. Codes faster than you can say, transfer complete. Kazim, the king of charm, always cracking jokes. But don't let that fool you. His brain is sharper than a tailor's needle. Bello, the cool-headed one, is the risk analyst. Numbers are his juju. Basi is the operations guru, always eating puff-puff and dreaming of his next vacation. And Sylvester, the accountant, quiet but deadly with spreadsheets. These five run the fraud detection unit at Giga Bank, catching bad guys like superheroes. These guys were tight. Lunch breaks were filled with banter. Basi, why they chop like say you no go see food tomorrow? Or, Kazim, your jokes are older than my grandma's wrapper. It was all fun and jokes, but underneath all this bromance, something was brewing. Something big. It all started on a Tuesday night when Dubem was burning the midnight oil, debugging some code. The office was empty except for the hum of the AC and the flicker of his screen. Then, his fraud detection software flagged something weird. A transaction, not just any transaction, 10 million naira, siphoned from a customer's account, cleverly hidden in a maze of fake transfers. Dubem's heart raced. Who fit do this kind thing? He muttered. The system traced it to an internal IP address. Someone inside Giga Bank. The next day, Dubem was watching everybody like a hawk. Kazim was cracking his usual jokes, but was that laugh a bit too loud? Bello was quieter than usual, staring at his numbers like they owed him money. Basi was munching puff-puff, but his eyes kept darting to his phone. And Sylvester, that guy was too calm, like someone who knows something nobody else does. Dubem's head was spinning. He needed proof. But how do you investigate your own squad without breaking morale? Dubem turned into James Bond, Niger edition. He started digging, checking login records, cross-referencing transactions, even peeking at Kazim's browser history when he went for a bathroom break. Omo, Kazim was just watching skits on TikTok. No fraud vibes there. But then, Dubem found something. A hidden folder on the server, encrypted tighter than a politician's wallet. Someone was covering their tracks. Dubem cracked the folder after hours of work, sweating like a Christmas goat. Inside, evidence of more transactions. 20 million naira gone. The trail led to a dummy account, but the IP address matched Sylvester's workstation. Sylvester, the quiet accountant who never raised his voice. Dubem's stomach dropped. He liked Sylvester. They'd shared suya, laughed over football matches. Could this guy really be a fraudster? Dubem decided to confront Sylvester, but not directly. He set a trap. He sent a fake alert to the system, making it look like another fraudulent transfer was in progress. If Sylvester was guilty, he'd react. If not, well, Dubem would have to eat his suspicions with a side of humble pie. The next morning, Dubem called an emergency meeting. Guys, he said, we've got a problem. Another 5 million naira just vanished. The room went silent. Kazim's jaw dropped. Bello's eyes narrowed. Basi stopped chewing his puff-puff, mid-bites. Sylvester, he just leaned back, cool as a cucumber. Too cool. Dubem's fake alert was live, and he was watching Sylvester's every move. Then Sylvester's phone buzzed. He glanced at it, and for a split second, his calm mask slipped. Dubem pounced. Sylvester, Wetin you dey hide? I traced the fraud to your system. The room exploded. Kazim shouted, Haba, Sylvester, you? Our guy. Basi was like, no way, not my suya partner. Bello just shook his head like he saw it coming. Sylvester stood up, hands raised. Dubem, you're wrong. I did not do anything. But his voice was shaky, and his eyes were darting like a rat in a trap. Dubem laid out the evidence. IP addresses, timestamps, the encrypted folder. Sylvester tried to explain, saying his system was hacked, but it wasn't adding up. The team was torn. Kazim was ready to call security. Basi was begging for Sylvester to confess, so they could settle it like men. Bello suggested they check Sylvester's laptop for proof. They all agreed, and Sylvester, sweating buckets, handed it over. Dubem logged in, and there it was, the smoking gun, a script running in the background, siphoning funds. The team was shocked. Sylvester was done for, or so they thought. Then, Bello, the quiet numbers guy, cleared his throat. Wait, he said, this script, it is not Sylvester's. Everybody froze. Bello pointed at the code. This is my signature. I wrote this for a test. Waiting, Bello, the guy nobody suspected. He explained, calm as ever. I was testing the system's vulnerabilities for a report to management. I did not steal anything. The money is still in a dummy account, safe. Dubem checked the system, and true to Bello's word, the funds were untouched. But then, the real twist hit. Bello smirked and said, but I did find something else. Kazim, why is your cousin's account linked to a shady crypto wallet? Kazim, the joker, was the real fraudster. He had been scheming small accounts, thinking nobody would notice. Bello's test had accidentally exposed him. Kazim tried to play it off. Me? Haba, na mistake. But the evidence was ironclad. The team was shook. Their brother, their friend, was the snake in the grass. Kazim was handed over to the authorities, but the remaining four, Dubem, Bello, Basi, and Sylvester, vowed to rebuild their trust. They tightened Giga Bank systems, making it hacker-proof, and became legends in the banking world. The lesson: even when trust is broken, you can rebuild. And in Nigeria, where there is hustle, there is always hope. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the story, hit the like button, drop a comment, share it with your people, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. See you in the next one.